And the Saints team for this evening is Steve Prescott at full-back, Alan Hunt, Scott Gibbs, Paul Newlove and Danny Arnold at three-quarters, Carl Hammond and John McAtee. McAtee in for the injured Bobby Golding. Adam Fogarty in the front row along with Kieran Cunningham. Andy Leatham is the other prop. Derek McVie, Ian Pickermans and Andy Northey the back three. Chris Morley, Andy Haig, Apollo Perolini and Joey Hayes are the substitutes. The fireworks going off, and what a show they put on here at Oddsall for the public. It's a great day here at Oddsall, and it's a pleasure coming to Bradford when the weather's like this. Otherwise you want to keep well away, don't you? The pitch is looking in excellent condition. Bradford are out now taking the place, and their side for this evening's clash. A full-back Stuart Spruce, Joe Tamani, Matt Callan, Paul Loughlin and John Scales are the three-quarters. Paul Loughlin successfully appealing against a two-match ban, yes. He's ended up with a £500 fine and the ban squashed. The funny old thing is the Rugby League headquarters, isn't it? Graham Bradley and Robbie Paul are the half-back pairing, with Barry McDermott, James Lowes and Carl Fur back in the front row. Jeremy Donegan, Sonny Nicol and Steve McNamara, the back three. Gary Christie, Simon Knox, Paul Medley and Glenn Tomlinson are on the bench. Robbie Paul, the captain. Kieran Cunningham, captain for the Saints, in the absence of Bobby Golding. Quite a few injured on the Saints side, but you've got to get on with the job, haven't you? Bobby Golding with ankle ligament injury. Also Via Matautia, Simon Booth and Chris Joint with ankle ligaments. Anthony Sullivan out with a knee injury, and Tommy Martin with a stomach problem. But here we are at Oddsall. We've got to get on with the job. Stuart Cummins is the referee, and it's going to be a battle royal between these teams, isn't it? Bradford are unbeaten at home. They're in third position in the league. Saints are top of the tree. The Pie Eaters play tonight at home with against Castleford, and if Saints go down and the Pie Eaters win, Wigan are in number one position. For everything on this match, one of the toughest matches in the calendar, with 15 as we say and 7 to play after tonight. Bradford in possession. Good strong running. Tackling's got to be firm, hard and fair, and of paramount importance for the Saints. James Lowes moves it left to Robbie Paul, out to big Paul Loughlin. Saints tackling comes in. Oh, it's John Scales. 10 metres short, good running there, good blindside running from Bradford. Bradford moving crossfield again, over the top. The ball's loose, Saints should capitalise on it, they do. Bradford there, great movement, they move downfield, 50 metres. But the last pass there, as he was deep in the Saints 20, went astray. Fogarty has possession now. Tackling there from Barry McDermott. Brian McDermott, I do beg your pardon. It's Barry McDermott that plays for Leeds, isn't it? Brian McDermott and Adam Fogarty, two professional boxers. Saints put the ball upfield. My apologies to the Bradford side, and especially Brian McDermott for that error. Happens to the best of us, doesn't it? But Bradford have the possession. Approaching 2 minutes on the clock. No scoring at present. And good running from Joe Tamani. Inside ball, Carl Furbank. Many seasons here at Oddsall. And the Bulls coached by Brian Smith, and he's doing a good job, isn't he? He's attracting a lot of attention, especially from Parramatta. It's being played down because Bradford have put a lot of brass on him. Jeremy Donegan taking the ball up. You'd expect to. He's done great things at Bradford here. Bradford Bulls with the tester, the high up and under. Well taken, superbly taken. Andy Northey. Alan Hunt attacked in half-back. And Hunt took an injury, an ankle injury early on in the game. Last Sunday at home against Leeds. Big Adam Fogarty drives it up. Takes a bit of a high one for his corner. No problem. Good driving run by Derek McVie. Man of the match last week, the big Aussie, the affable Aussie. Guess who? Paul Newlove, plenty of attention. The Bradford crowd love him. They love him now, don't they, while he's got a Saints shirt on. Most expensive player in the league. And Bernard Dwyer, Paul Loughlin and Sonny Nicol came across the border. John McAtee chips it crossfield. Oh, awkward bounce. Saints move up. Steve Prescott following it there. Lockers comes away. Good tackling again, Scott Gibbs. Now Donegal. Good powerful run, driving into the Saints defence. Once again, Bradford move it crossfield. Furbank, the man in possession. Fogarty, Hammond, in at the tackle. Once again, Bradford move it, Sonny Nickel. Once a favourite on the Knowsley Road terraces. Still a favourite with some of us. But he's wearing the Bradford Bulls jersey. And the man's got to be put to earth, hasn't he? Once again, Bradford, long cut-out ball. Robbie Paul again, puts it out to Loughlin, and Scales on his outside. Scales comes inside. The powerful 16-stone wingman. Spruce up in the line. A testing kick. Awkward ball, Prescott comes for it. It goes back, it's still loose. Derek McVie tidies up. No knock-on. He was heading towards his own posts, even though the Bradford faithful cry for a knock-on. As you'd expect. Danny Arnold relieving the pressure. Good tackling by the Bulls. Bradley in there. Now it's Paul Newlove. Taken down, Brian McDermott. We'll get it right eventually. Kieran Cunningham, captain for the Saints tonight. Bradford hoping to keep their unbeaten run at home intact. Saints need the 2 points tonight to put pressure on the top of the table. And a testing kick for Spruce, taken well. The ex-Widnes player blended in well here. And there are two Widnes players, our ex-Widnes players together. Carl Hammond beats the tackle. Brian McDermott comes across, and Saints penalised for offside. Referee Stuart Cummins in because David Campbell has picked up an injury. Loughlin finds touch on the main stand side here at Bradford, the only stand side at Bradford. But what a ground this is. If it was covered, the terracing is excellent, and when it's nice, obviously in the summer. Oh, good breakthrough there by Bradley. It's great to come here at Oddsall. Sun blazing down here. It's cold up at the top, but it's very hot there down in the bowl. Once again, Bradford very in the play. Sonny Nickel shrugs off the first tackle. Andy Leatham comes in. Derek McVie, the big Aussie, meets him, bounces him to the earth. Within striking distance, Bradford. James Lowes very in the play. Steve McNamara, I beg your pardon, very in the play. No, it was James Lowes. Once again, Lowes, the fulcrum, the pivot, releases the ball to Furbank. Bradford are charging. Furbank moves it left. Good run from Donegal. Excellent tackle there by Adam Fogarty. Bradley takes it blindside, tries to pass round the man. Alan Hunt comes up with it. Well, there's no knock on there. That's advantage. The ball knocked on by Bradford. Alan Hunt didn't knock it on. He picked it up cleanly. But the referee's not having any. Scrum down, Bradford feed. Well, there you go. He said the Saints have knocked it forward. I'd dispute that. You'd expect me to, wouldn't you? Doesn't make any difference. Stuart Cummins gives the scrum feed to Bradford. Robbie Paul takes it blindside. Well, the tackling on Bradley was poor. He got out of the tackling, and that's poor defence by the Saints. And bang on the 7th minute, Bradley goes over for the try. Bradley puts the Bulls in the lead at 4-0. But bad tackling by the Saints there. Robbie Paul fed the scrum. He moved it blindside, slipped it out to Bradley. All the left wing partnership there. Bradley at the standoff, but he moved it over to the left wing. Loughlin and Scales on his outside. Bradley took the tackle. The Saints thought they'd stopped his impetus. Obviously, they let go of him, and he just walked out of it and touchdown for the first 4-pointer. Class player, this McNamara, certainly one I've said before. I'd have liked him in the Knowsley Road setup. Ever present here at Bradford Bulls, and a good kicker to boot. He converts the try. The Bulls in the lead, 6-0.
Bulls try conversion. converted by 26, Steve McNamara.
So the Bulls to restart, and the Saints have it all to do again. No problem. We're used to letting the opposition score first, aren't we? We did on Sunday, and then blitz leads. But a bad kick-off, that is. Directly out of play, and a chance for Saints, obviously, to restart on the halfway line with a penalty. Kieran Cunningham will restart. But Bradford scoring there from that scrum, which I thought the Bradford side had knocked on as the player tried to pass it round the man, but obviously not. Ian Pickavance running the head guard. Moving forward, Saints again, John McAtee, it's now past crossfield. Derek McVie straightens up. Brian Smith will have done his own work on McVie. He knows he's a good ball handler. Cunningham at the acting half-back position, and Saints bring it blindside. Paul Newlove, well monitored, and he's going to be well monitored as well. A class player there. Strike power in the Saints, now with Andy Leatham. Solid tackling. Brian McDermott in there, doing the spade work. Hammond puts the high ball up. Saints are following it up. Bradford take possession. Paul Loughlin, many years at full-back at Saints, in the centre, and Loughlin, Nicol and Dwyer revelling in the new lease of life they've got here at Oddsall. Sonny Nicol, powerful forward. Loose boot there, taken by Newlove. Sean McRae will have to impress on this Saints side to tighten the tackling up, and that's a good tackle. Scott Gibbs, Spruce at dummy half. Spruce scampering away, Spruce breaks through. He's only the full-back to beat. Prescott comes across. He brings him down. Newlove tidies up as well. It's Bradford on the charge. Oh, that's a terrible ball. That's a knock-on. Joe Tamani knocking it forward, but that was a terrible pass. When the Saints were on the rack, Bradford were moving down the great siding run by Spruce, but it came to nothing. The ball had to be played quickly. It was passed out to Tamani. A bad pass right by his ankles, and he knocked it forward. Head and feed to Saints. McAtee in field. Saints got to calm it down, get their act together. Obviously a big game, plenty of pressure on it as Pickavance moves upfield. Mainly used as a substitute, or on the substitutes bench this season. Ian Pickavance, as John McAtee scampers away. Big pair of boots to fill as John McAtee, with the injury to Bobby Golding. McAtee can do it. He's had a couple of loan spells earlier in the season, and McAtee again with a kick downfield. Spruce gathers it, sits up nice for him, but McAtee's held in, follows it up there, comes in. McVie and Hammond make the tackle. Robbie Paul, man of the match at Wembley, as he said, being interviewed this week. Well, that's not a play the ball. That ball was played forward. The referee allows play to go on. You cannot play the ball forward now, whether by accident or what. Was there Robbie Paul, Lance Todd winner at Wembley. Hat-trick, first man to score a hat-trick at Wembley. Great player, and a good run in here now. John Scales. The Bradford side full of running, putting the Saints to the test. In the lead by 6 points to 0, 12 minutes gone. Once again, oh, good break there, yes, good handling to Loughlin, and he'll like that, won't he? Great passing there by the Bradford Bulls. The referee's happy with it, he points to the spot, and Saints now 10 points behind. All that coming from John Scales, running diagonally, setting up the position in the Saint 20. Then the ball moved left. I'm sure it was Jeremy Donegan that gave the final pass out to Paul Loughlin, and it was a superb pass and well taken by the ex-Saint centre, and he liked that one, won't he? 10-0. Bradford with 4 losses this season. Sheffield away, 40 points to 24. Saints away, 26-20. Wigan away, 22-6, and a surprising loss against Cass the other week, 26-23. This time, the kick was angled correctly, split the Saints players, bounced in the field of play, and went dead. So Saints under pressure again, having to drop out from between the sticks. The Bradford spectators getting behind them. Quite a healthy crowd assembled here at Oddsall, and you'd expect a big crowd, wouldn't you, for a top 4 clash. Bradford have Wigan here the next Friday, I think it is. That'll be on the telly again. And what a clash that's going to be, especially if Bradford win tonight. McDermott coming through, the Laws at dummy half. Sonny Nicol charging for the corner. Well, 2 Saints players going for tries in quick succession. 2 tries in 2 minutes, and Sonny Nicol there bisecting the Saints defence. 14-0. Well, we can say 14-0, no problem, is it? Come back at Wembley, 14-0. Where's the problem? But good running by Nicol, excellent play by Bradford. Split the Saints defence open. Slipped it to Nicol, a diagonal run for the corner. And the big man in for the 4-pointer. Good win by the Bulls at Broncos. 22-16 last weekend. Saints had a good win against Leeds, but Leeds are not great shakes as they used to be, are they? Scott Gibbs. Right, into Loughlin there, and Scales. And once again, the Saints are plugging away. Third meeting between these sides this season. 2-0 to the Saints up to now, but they're up against it this evening. Adam Fogarty. James Laws in there, along with Carl Furbank. Saints need points on the board, and damn quick too. 17 minutes gone, last tackle of the sequence. Saints have got to keep it going. The ball's got to be released. It is now. The kick comes in. Put down to that bottom corner. Scales, the man that retrieves it. McAtee and Northey quickly in. The Saints now have got to try and hold the rampant Bulls down at that end. McDermott again, leading the charge from the engine room. The Bradford 6 making the platform there for the backs. But good handling, McNamara. Very limited repertoire here, obviously, as the Bradford side shout Yorkshire. We know we're here in Yorkshire. But there we go. Laws breaks away, blindside. Lovely ball there. Great ball. Turns it back inside. Calland now onto Tamani. Oh, and Bradford behind the sticks. Deary me. Saints well up against the cosh there. 18 minutes gone, and it's all one-way traffic, isn't it? Great break there by Matt Calland up this right flank. Then the ball turned back inside, and Tamani, the right winger, coming in field, looking for a piece of the action. Got on the end of it. Nobody there. The defence has gone to sleep. And Saints down now 18 points to 0, and it's going to be 20 points to 0, isn't it? Because if McNamara misses this, you know where I'll be. So the wheels falling off the Saints machine this evening. We knew it was going to be tough, but Bradford are making it look extremely easy, aren't they? Right in front of the sticks, McNamara strikes it well. No problem, 20-0. Messages will be going on the field to see the Saints can obviously bolster this defence up. Bradford have ripped holes in it. It has been a problem with the Nosey Road outfit. The defence has left a lot to be desired. Scored plenty of points, but let a lot in. For the PA giving the score out there. Castleford 6, Saints, Castleford 6, Wigan 6, I should say. Alan Hunt retrieved the ball in the in-goal area, makes 18 metres. Gibbs again, McNamara quickly in along with Spruce. Bradford moving up exceptionally quickly, as you'd expect them to. Fogarty releases it. Cunningham scampers away. The jewel in the crown, Kieran Cunningham, Saints captain for this evening. Wanted to play it quickly. Alan Hunt had stepped up at dummy half. Derek McVie working out wide. Paul Loughlin wraps him up. Halfway through this first half. 20 minutes gone and Bradford in the lead by 20 points to 0. Well worthy of the lead. Run well. The kick comes in from McAtee. Joe Tamani, the last try scorer, takes it well. I think he's a Fijian, this lad, but he's certainly an exciting player. Spruce, Leatham and Northey. Once again Bradford keep the ball moving. McDermott taken by McVie. Jeremy Donegal, good run from him. McVie and Northey doing the tackling. Bradford there spreading it about, just going through the motions, building up. Now it's with Robbie Paul. Saints have got to meet this man. That's a good tackle, there's no danger about that. Gibbs come in, bounced him to the ground. You can't afford to let these men run. We know what pace Paul has, and he can last the full 80 minutes, can't he? Saints doing well to control Bradford there as the ball's put down on the 6th tackle, and Steve Prescott scampering away. McNamara the first man to meet him. Once again Saints have got to try and unlock this Bradford defence. Alan Hunt moves through 2, taken down by Donegal. McVie inside to Gibbs, and Bradford, are they penalised for offside? They are on this occasion. They have been moving up quickly, but referee Stuart Cummins, who was the Wembley referee, says Bradford are offside. Once again Saints move it. Andy Leatham, he tries to straighten up. Fairbanks there along with the Lows. Ian Pickavance. Saints making good yardage now, but they need points on the board. Approaching the Bradford 20. Hammond looking for runners. Gets Steve Prescott. Tight defence. Fairbank and Lows again. Fogarty. No problem with that play of the ball. If it was good enough for Bradford, it's good enough for Saints. Once again Cunningham. Can he strike? He moves it left. Hammond. The ball knocked forward. Was it? Pickavance couldn't take it. Bradford move it. Short side. Tamani. Nearly into space. Leatham and Cunningham close him down. Saints just failing at the last hurdle there. Barry McDermott. Brian McDermott. Told you I'll get it right eventually. Once again Bradford. Lovely ball there to Scales. 16-stone wingman. Looking for support inside. He gets it. And the Bulls keep the ball moving. Spruce linking up in the lineup. Oh no, beg your pardon. Robbie Paul it was linking up. Just seeing the number 1 and thinking of Spruce at full-back. Lows. Inside ball now. Donegal. And from Bradford, defending on their own line, they move up virtually 20 metres. Now, a few metres down from the Saints line. The little chip kick through and it's too deep. So after Bradford scoring 20 points in 18 minutes, it's just calmed down a little now. The 23rd minute we're in, but it's 20 points to 0 in the Bulls' favour. The coach, Brian Smith, will be extremely pleased with that score. Derek McVie looking for runners, turns it back inside. Kieran Cunningham. Cunningham turns, twists, moves up to the halfway line. Once again Bradford moving forward. Cabbage in. Apollo Perolini on. Saints looking to inject pace, and Perolini brought on, the Terminator. Now it's with Pickavance. Well, Pickavance can't get up. Bradley holding him down. McAtee looking to carve an opening, but the tight defence there. Saints chip kick through. Prescott's chasing it. Spruce taken down by Newlove. And McAtee finally coming up with the tackle on Matt Calland. What a three-quarter line this Bradford outfit have. Some pace there. And the Saints got to try and contain them. Sonny Nickel burst through again. Perolini. Well, the referee has penalised Perolini. He was trying to get up. Certainly, yes, there's no danger about that. Your cameraman for tonight, Phil, says he milked it a little bit. There's no danger about that. You've got to push your chances sometimes, see if you can get a bit off the referee. And Bradford did. They're in striking distance now. McDermott, but that's a good hit from Perolini. Lowe's blindside. Bradley. Bradford in the play. Lovely handling. On to Spruce. Saints have got to move in. The tackling's got to be firm. It's got to be first time. Once again, the Bulls within 10 metres. Looking for the runners. Good running there. Excellent play. Lovely drop-off ball from Paul onto Sonny Nicol. Now it's with Laws. He turns it back inside. McNamara. Within 8 metres, roughly, of the Saints line. Bradford in possession. Paul Loughlin. Inside ball, Doniger. He slips the ball out. Bradford still have the possession. It's Bradley. Looking for his second. Within striking distance. Saints get underneath him. He was looking to squeeze in. 4 Saints players round him. And Bradley was still going. Well, the ball played, tapped forward, and Prescott makes sure, with Robbie Paul bearing down on him, the ball had to be played safe. Prescott booted it right up the ground. 26 minutes gone. Bradford in the lead, 20 points to 0. So Furbank's been replaced by Paul Medley. I think it is that's come on. Number 13 with Paul Medley. Furbank number 21. Yes, there he is. First touch, yeah, he's got 12 on his back. We was given 13 on the team sheet. But you can't win them all. McAtee has the possession. Saints now got to do something with it. Got to get points on the board before the half-time interval. Alan Hunt and Scott Gibbs combining their Hunt offloads to Kieran Cunningham, captain for the night. McDermott in quickly. Well, Alan Hunt looks as though he twisted there. He's grimacing. Looks as though he's aggravated that injury. Scott Gibbs has to keep away from the touchline as the shirt ripped off his back. Short ball to Perolini. Once again, Saints in possession. McVie chips through. Good handling. Looking for support. Throws it back. Kept the ball moving. Saints are keeping it going. And it's got to be kept moving. Oh, good handling by the Saints. Variation of play. They've got to move it out quickly here. Prescott linking up. Turns it back inside. Saints tidy it up. Oh, good ball handling skills. Prescott back to Leatham. On to Danny Arnold. Well, champagne rugby by the Saints as Arnold chips it through. Is it too deep? It is. Lovely passage of play. The best passage of play the Saints have had in this 28th minute. And it deserved more, didn't it? Lovely handling. Kept the ball alive. And they know that's what they've got to do. That's going to catch Bradford. The backing up play has got to be like that. Bradford play it. Well, whether he did or not. Saints obviously playing with the sun in their eyes, and I'm surprised Bradford haven't used the eyeball a bit more. 20-0 the score remains. Approaching the half hour. Robbie Paul flicks it inside. John Scales, well, beats one. Northey brings him to earth. And the Bulls charge again. Big lockers. Perolini and McAtee come in. They know they've got something, they've got to set the record straight. Obviously, 2 defeats. One at Wembley. One at Nosey Road, and to be quite honest, Bradford should have eaten the Saints at Nosey Road, shouldn't they? Let about 4 or 5 chances go begging. And Saints are coming up with a win. 26-20. 10 metre scrum. Head and feet to Saints. Carl Hammond. Once again, Prescott moves up with the acting halfback. Bradley takes him down. Saints trying to spread it, trying to vary the play, but the Bulls moving up exceptionally quickly and their defence has been spot on. McVie. Lovely ball there to Gibbs. Alan Hunt's with him, but Gibbs goes down the touchline. Gibbs again. Hunt was coming through, but Bradford scrambled. He got the defence back. Hunt's at dummy half. Saints got to spread it again, just as they did before. McAtee, speculator. Out there to Newlove. Newlove out of the tackle. Well, nearly. Calland had him well, monitored him well. Pickavance chips it. Taken in the in-goal area by Spruce. On to Joe Tamani. Newlove comes in with the shoulder. McAtee halts the man's play. Calland again down the blind side. Brought over to touch. Nearly into touch there. Danny Arnold tried to force him in. Hammond was there again. Now it's with McDermott. 31 minutes gone. Laws brings it blindside. Medley. Powerful runner. Inches off the touchline. Once again Laws. Joe Tamani again. They only know one way forward, this Bradford outfit, don't they? Straight down. Head down and drive it in. Overlap on the left, Loughlin again. Scales on his outside, he turns it inside to Doniger, and Doniger's in for the try. Well, it's easy, isn't it? Easy for Bradford. 31 minutes gone. And just as obviously the pundits expected, Bradford eating the Saints tonight. I think it was 50-50 really in the paper, the tipsters. But they reckoned that Brian Smith's side were ready for this, and obviously they are ready, aren't they? 24-0 up. Composes himself, 24-0, 26-0. It's a bit embarrassing, isn't it? League leaders being severely punished. McNamara with the kick. The touch judges like it, they raise the flags. And 26-0 is the lead. Dearie me. It's a good while since Saints have been tonked like this, isn't it? Bradford think obviously they've got something to get right, especially after being beaten at Nosey Road, beaten at Wembley.
Number 21, Carl Fairbank returns, to replace number 13, Sonny Nickel.
So Sonny Nickel gone off, and Fairbank back on. With Scott Gibbs sent off, the red card going in with the elbow is the indication. So well up against it now, Saints, with Gibbs sent off in the 33rd minute. We'll have to look at that again on the replay. Your cameraman said it looked a bit high, and he was right, wasn't he? Stuart Cummins, no problem, went in, showed him the red card. I mean, we have won here a season or so ago with only 11 men. We trounced Bradford, but at that time we wasn't trailing 26-0. And that's going to add insult to injury now, isn't it? Scott Gibbs only recently coming back after a shoulder injury. He's an aggressive player, an aggressive tackler. He's gone in there on Jeremy Doniger, been accused of leading with the elbow, and he's been dismissed by referee Stuart Cummins. The Bulls find touch. Well, they do now. I thought the ball going into touch, but obviously the referee wasn't ready. James Laws will restart, and Bradford with an ideal platform for building up again. I wouldn't like to be a fly on the wall, as they say in the Bradford dressing room, when Sean McRae gets in for the half-time team talk. Laws diving in at short range. Good tackling by the Saints there. And once again the Bulls trying to pass the ball. I think it was McNamara tried to pass it round the man, or was it James Laws? but it didn't come off. And Northey has the possession. Hunt from acting half. Medley in. Perolini. But as you can see, 2, 3 and 4 Bradford men moving up at every occasion. Their tackling is spot on this evening. The Saints has left a lot to be desired, and obviously that reflects in the 26 points to nil scoreline. As the Saints pump the ball into the Bradford half, Joe Tamani gets it sits up nice for him, and there again, the man only knows one way, straight into the arms of Paul Newlove. Calland at dummy half. And now Furbank back on for Sonny Nicol. Blindside ploy, Medley. Running with a purpose, aren't they, the Bradford outfit, pushing the Saints tacklers off. Once again, Robbie Paul looking for the runners, drawing the defence, moves it over again. Overlap as both the Bulls come in. Well, a big hole in the middle, and Spruce goes under the sticks. What a catastrophe for the Saints. 36 minutes gone, Spruce under the sticks. And the cries of easy, easy, and the right, aren't they? My word. 32-0 it's going to be when McNamara converts this. And have the Saints got the answer? No way they can come back from 32-0. And still 43 minutes of normal time to play. McNamara with the conversion. Bradford will kick off from the centre spot.
And the ball's try converted by Steve McNamara.
Was that Mr. Spock? Looked like him with fur pair of ears on him, hadn't he? Saints could do with beaming up, there's no danger about that. I'll have to pinch myself in a minute, see if I am at Oddsall. But 32-0 down, and the wheels falling off the Saints team. Perolini. Saints obviously down to 12 men. Scott Gibbs dismissed in the 33rd minute. I think if we'd been playing cricket, there'd have been a declaration. But Cunningham trying to get his side going. The ball knocked out, but went back to McAtee. The Bradford defence coming in, the extra man coming in there. And the ball chipped through. Saints are following it up. Stuart Spruce has it. Hammond comes across. And Hammond and Northey bring Spruce down. Well, he's kicking and wriggling and twisting, but he gets up and plays it. Brian McDermott, but the Saints going to be penalised for offside. Somebody being spoken to. Paul Loughlin asking his players to keep behind him. Good kick by Loughlin. 30 metres from the Saints line. Bradford pressing again, approaching the 40th minute, and the Bulls in the lead by 32-0. I bet the Bradford speckies can't believe it either. Lowe's looking for runners. Robbie Paul taken by Hammond. Well, good tackling. It's got to be firm, hard and fair, and if the man won't go down, get him wrapped up and bang him to the earth. No pouncing about. Once again, Brian McDermott comes through. Lowe's at dummy half. Now with Bradley. Lovely ball there. Certainly looked to hint forward from our angle onto McNamara. The ball reaped out. And a penalty to Bradford. I'm sure they'll elect to run it. I wouldn't think they'd bother with 2 points. Oh, they are, my word. Thought that they kept the impetus going. Don't think these 2 points are going to have any bearing on the final score. But the last minute, well, maybe that's why we're actually in stoppage time now. We've played approximately a minute. And Steve McNamara possibly with the last kick of the game. Of the first half, I should say. 32-0 the score. And to be quite honest, only one, possibly two chances for the Saints to score. The defence from the Bulls has been watertight. And the Saints has been like a colander. So on the 20-metre line, 12 metres in from touch. McNamara strikes it. They like it. It's there. 34-0. Steve McNamara with his fifth. The half-time hooter goes. Bradford trips off, and what a performance, what a half that Bradford have put together. 7 minutes before they opened the scoring, Bradley went in, McNamara converted. 5 minutes later, big Paul Loughlin went in, that was unconverted, and 2 minutes later, his ex-St Helens partner Sonny Nicol went in, and Saints were trailing 14-0. 18th minute, Tamani went in, and that more or less it dried up then. It was 20 points to 0. But 31 minutes, Donegal went in, 36 Spruce, and a McNamara penalty conversion right at the death there. Half-time score here at Oddsall. Bradford 34, Saints 0.
It's doing some dancing for us, but I reckon we're doing it.
Well, the teams come out for the second half, and Bradford in the lead 34-0. And obviously Saints got to try and get their act together. A mention this evening for Kevin McNicholas. Yes, Kevin McNicholas, just in case you didn't catch it. I believe you're a Saints, Becky, but I've been hearing conflicting things about you. I know you couldn't come tonight due to the fixture being moved from next Sunday back to this Friday. Her indoors has spoken, hasn't she, Kevin? And you're now classed as a part-time supporter. Now, it's just not good enough, McNicholas. Things will have to improve. Your credibility is waning. Now you get your priorities right, pal. It's the match first and the wife after. OK, Kevin McNicholas, book your ideas up. Saints will have to book their ideas up, won't they? Trailing 34-0, receiving the ball first. Oh well, should have received the ball first. Oh, and Bradford, what a start that'd have been. That'd have been less than 10 seconds, and Bradford would have been over the try line. Medley coming through there at full tilt. He's annoyed with himself. He's no need to be, really. Well, I suppose he has, because they've not scored. But my, oh my, what a sickener that would have been. Sean McRae read the riot act at half-time. There's no danger about that. Now the ball's with Newlove. Cunningham, the captain. Kieran Cunningham, you must feel sorry for him. He's going to remember this game for a long while, isn't he? Bradford Speckies are going to remember it for a long while. It's one that we want to put to the back of our minds. Saints in possession. Loughlin, McNamara, Cunningham with the ball, I think it was, and cries for a knock-on. The referee has stopped play. He's given a scrum down with the Bradford feed, so obviously it was a knock-on. Paul feeds. McNamara takes it centre field. Scales in off the wing. And Hammond and Pickavance complete the tackle. Paul again, dancing around, and Fogarty comes in. Good tackle from Big Adam. Medley again takes up the running. Bradford Bulls are charging well, aren't they? 34-0, 2 minutes of the second half gone. Saints move up quickly, and that's a good tackle, but the ball's released. Saints down to 12 men. Scales coming in. Gibbs sensationally sent off. Derek McVie pinched the ball. The referee says that was 2-1. Obviously, I don't know, we just followed the ball, followed the action. Bradford had the possession, Saints came in for it, and McVie pinched the ball, but there must have been another Saints player clinging round him. Penalty to the Bulls. Still trying to unload the ball. Donegal. Fogarty in at the tackle there with Perolini. Well, was it played proper? The referee says yes. Medley again, full of running. Rampaging forward, Medley. Taken down by Cunningham. Now it's Laws. Bradford within striking distance. The Saints defence going to be tested. Will Bradford spread it? Certainly look as though they're going to do. Saints have got to stop the man and ball. Got to clamp the ball. They haven't been doing that first half. Good handling. Good tackling there on this occasion. Quick play the ball to Loughlin. Well, Loughlin now, is he in? Loughlin should have given it to Scales. Scales had a waltzed in there. Final tackle of the sequence. Scales is in now. No problem. Should have been in seconds ago. But Scales in for the try. 3 minutes gone and Bradford keep the impetus going. 7 tries against the Saints, the league leaders. As Alan Hunt comes in, catches it well. Well, that was a big hit there, wasn't it? Medley goes in, Hunt's down. The card's coming out. Well, another red card. Well, I mean, I don't know. He came in hard. Hunt was running in hard. And it just seemed a very effective tackle from our angle. Medley sent off in the 45th minute. Furbank, I beg your pardon. Sent off, not Medley. I do beg your pardon. Getting carried away there. Furbank sent off in the 45th minute. It just seemed a good hard tackle that on Alan Hunt. I'm sure Alan Hunt will dispute the point with me. But we had a look at the Scott Gibbs incident at half time. And there was hardly anything in that at all. Gibbs coming through, he changed the ball to hand into the other hand, to hand off Donegal. And it looked as though it drove up off his chest into his neck area. Not a lot in it at all. Obviously, Greg McCallum and the disciplinary panel will have to have a look at that. But Saints now on level terms again in the players' stakes. 12 plays 12, but trailing by 38 points to 0. That was an untidy play. The ball from Perolini as Fogarty goes through. Backs into the defence. Saints now, can they get points on the board? I don't think they can win it, but who knows? The ball with Newlove. Bradley all round him. Well, the McVie it was. Thought it was with Newlove. Now with Cunningham. Cunningham twists, turns, unloads. That's with Newlove. Saints get the first points on the board and not before time either. 6 minutes into the second half. And the leading try scorer in the Super League, Paul Newlove, comes up with his 21st touchdown, his 28th of the season in all. Medley just, was Medley, wasn't it? Furbank, I beg your pardon, I keep saying Medley. Prescott converted, but Furbank was sent off in the 45th minute, and it only took Saints a minute to get over the whitewash. Prescott converts it. His 15th goal in the Super League. Also scored 3 tries and 7 goals in the European Championships. But Saints on the board now. Can we have the greatest comeback of all time? We can hope, can't we? Cameraman saying no. The man from Del Monte, he's saying no as well. 38-6 the score. Scales. Cunningham leading by example. Trying to rally his troops. It's an uphill battle. Tamani. Strong runner. Bradford were given too much space in the first half. Saints are going to try and close them down. Perolini and Fogarty have run with a purpose in this second 40 up to now in the opening 8 minutes. McDermott taken by McVie. 3 days camel ride away from the camera position for Bradford, as you know. McNamara tried to slip it through, taken by Cunningham, slipped out to McAtee, who touched it with the fingertips. No knock on there. Oh, I thought the referee was coming over. McAtee was clattered as he just caught the ball, and Andy Northey Once again, runs hard and straight into Paul Loughlin. Hunt at the dummy half. McVie, strong, plodding run again, right into McNamara. That was just as good as Gibbs's, and the referee wasn't impressed at all there. Pick a bounce. Has his head guard ripped off for Bradley. Well, that's just not cricket, old love. Yes. Tackling on the head earlier, that is. Saints with the penalty. Hammond finds touch on the Bradford 20. Approaching 10 minutes gone of the second half. Saints on the board, but the Bulls still in the lead by 38 points to 6. Big Fog drives it forward. Sonny Nickel back on. So Brian Smith obviously doing the changes. Well, there again. Big hit by Medley. Tackling's the name of the game. McVie powering for the corner. Robbie Paul in at the tackle. McAtee. Oh, lovely ball from McAtee there to Northey. Great tackling by the Bulls. Sonny Nickel with a try-saver. Once again, the Saints being caught in possession. McAtee being forced back. Cunningham chips it through. Yes, that's a try. Super work by captain Kieran Cunningham. Read the situation well. Saints with 2 tries in 4 minutes. A good position to set up a scoring attack, and it came off. Good vision from the hooker there. 28 points in arrears. Obviously, the Saints side will be boosted a little by those 10 points in the space of 4 minutes. Still an uphill battle. Good deep kick. Scales takes it right on the dead ball line. And Chris Morley, on as a substitute, brings him to earth. Spruce didn't play it properly. So what's the referee going to rule? Is Saints impeding at the play of the ball. Well played for there by Spruce, and he got the penalty. McNamara over to the main stand side. Still 10 metres short of the halfway. And the Bulls, after really scoring in the opening 10 seconds, still have the possession, still have the lead at 38 points to 10. Well, temper's getting a little frayed. Hammond and Bradley. Handbags at 7 paces, as they say in the profession. Just a little bit of pouncing about, friendly banter. Nothing more than you can expect. The referee will penalise the Saints. There's no danger about that. You'd lay money on it, wouldn't you? McNamara again with the kick to touch. 13 minutes of the half gone. Perolini and Morley. Morley, the Welsh forward. Now with Bradley, he'll get a little bit of attention, won't he, as he comes through? And why not indeed? Lowe's, infield, Sonny Nickel. Saints tackling looks a little bit crisper. Let's hope that's with the inclusion of Morley on the side there. Had an excellent game for Wales. Superb tackler. Let's hope he bolsters the Saints defence up. He's in there again, he's Morley. Now it's with Sonny Nickel. Inches short of the line. Newlove came in. Tamani puts it out. Medley chips it through. It's got a deflection off a Saints player. And Saints come up with the possession. McAtee, well positioned. Derek McVie. McNamara. Quickly in. Callan, well, Callan moved off the mark there, surely, onto Danny Arnold. And some good tackling there. Saints got to move it quickly. Cunningham, in and out, moves it down. Paul Loughlin, Paul Medley. Andy Northey now, but there's a good defence from the Bradford outfit as Cunningham flicks it out to McVie. That's great tackling there. McNamara and Scales, last tackle of the sequence. Hammond puts the high one up. Tamani's coming for it. Oh, superb take as McAtee clatters him. 15 minutes of the second half gone. The ball's with Spruce. The Bulls in the lead by 38-10. That's not a proper play, the ball, that, but the referee's let it go. Spruce wasn't on his feet. Laws changes the point of attack. Now with Bradley. Morley clamps him round the top. Hammond there, but Bradley still pumping the legs. Moves it forward. Blindside ploy again. Then the ball turned infield. Long ball. Henry Paul. Loughlin takes it. Out to Scales. Scales comes infield. Prescott. The ball's released. Bradford still spreading it. Great rugby from the Bulls. Nickel kicking out at the play the ball. Bradford again. Within striking distance. Nickel, the man that's trying to force his way over. He loves it, does Sonny. Revels in it. McNamara tried to pass the ball round, but good work from McAtee. He read it well. The ball squirted out. It goes back to Alan Hunt. Slips the ball to Perolini. Saints are moving it. Lovely handling there to Danny Arnold, but well taken by Bradley. Saw the danger. Came in well. Bradley put the boot in on Danny Arnold. That's bad play. That the referee should move in, and he should be off. He should be for the early bath, but he's got 10 minutes in the sin bin. Disgraceful play by Bradley there. Stood all over Danny Arnold. He's got 10 minutes in the bin, and for the first time in the game the Saints have numerical advantage. Bradford down to 11 men, the Saints with 12. He's put him in the bin to cool him down, but that was nothing but foul play, and he should have had the early bath. I'm sure the Saints will have a lot to say about that. Now they're in an ideal scoring position. Can Saints capitalise, get some points on the board while the Bulls are down to 11 men. McVie plays it. Newlove takes up the running. He's looking for runners. Paul round his legs. Nickel round the neck. Hammond. Morley. Strong runner. Still driving his Morley. Medley brings him down. Cunningham. Dummy half. Saints spread it along the line. Lovely ball there to Northey. Northey's in. Yeah, the referee calling for the video ref. He didn't see Northey touch it down. It did look a little bit suspect from our angle, I must say, but the video ref will have a look at it. And Northey there, his head streaming with blood. He'll be going into the blood bin. That's a dead cert. But the referee still looking at the big screen. It didn't look as though he had control of the ball as he went over the line, did Andy Northey? Whether there was a hand in there or what, I don't know. But we'll soon find out in a minute. The referee, the video ref, having a good look at it, obviously. Taking a few minutes. But it looks as though it's right. No, it's ruled out. We thought it looked a little suspect from our angle, but no, he's off in the blood bin. The try ruled out. It did look suspect from our angle, and obviously the video referee has ruled so. Bradford restart from the centre of the 20. Andy Haig on as a replacement for Andy Northey. The score still remains at 38 points to 10. And there's Andy Haig right in the action. McNamara, the ball nearly intercepted by Alan Hunt. That'll be play on, and that'll be another set of 6. Bradford still one man down. McNamara coming through there and leading with the elbow, and he's been clattered for his trouble. The touch judge has come on, ambled on. Let's see what he has to report. Can we see somebody else in the sin bin here? Obviously it's going to be a penalty to the Bulls with McNamara down, but he came in and led with the elbow. just as good as what we've seen. The clock stopped. Well, put all the numbers in a bag and just pick one out. You might get it right out, lad. Captain's being called. Robbie Paul, I beg your pardon. And Kieran Cunningham. Let's have a good clean fight. All right, we don't know what's happened, but somebody's being put on report for that incident. We don't know who. The incident's going to be looked at by the disciplinary panel. McNamara's up, he's all right. The penalty's gone to Bradford as we'd expect. 20 minutes have gone of the second half, 60 minutes of the game gone. Bradford still in the lead by 38 points to 10. We've got another 6 minutes of Bradley in the sin bin. And it's Derek McVie that's going to be put on report. We just had a look at the replay. As Medley comes through, he's lost possession. McVie picks it up, slips it to Perolini. And the Saints have never been in this position, not as bad as this position all season. 22 points to 8, we trailed against the Broncos and then came back and won the game. But 38-0 at... Well, 34-0 at half-time and then 38-0 after 43 minutes. It's a big ask. But Saints have come up with 10 points. McVie there, Nichols round him, McNamara. Well, good tackling there. Well, look at that mauling. And the referee, I bet if Bradford had possession, he'd blow up, wouldn't he? Fogarty. Slips it out to Alan Hunt. Hunt looking for a gap, going crossfield. Drawing the man in, slips the ball crossfield, taken by Arnold, pins the ears back, turns inside, leading Tamani a merry dance and driving forward, Spruce in with the knees, but Saints have the possession. Got to try and unlock this defence. Cunningham shrugs off the tackle, still twists and turns does Cunningham. The ball loose, the referee allows play to go on, he's given advantage to Saints. Newland has possession. Now Saints with 5 metres from the Bradford line, another set of 6. Good running there from Cunningham, and Cunningham goes in for his second try. Great work from the captain, Kieran Cunningham. 2 tries this evening. And Saints certainly in with a sniff. You've got to say they're in with a sniff now. 38-16, coming back into it nicely. 18 minutes remaining. And in went Cunningham for his second try. Another 6 points to the Saints, 38-16. Saints will have to give the Bulls the ball back, but as I said, 18 minutes of the game remaining. Can there be a twist in the tail? Who knows? You can't see it really. I'm not that much of an optimist, but who knows? Great work there. Obviously that Andy Norley try had stood. And then another try there. We're coming back into it nicely. Touched there by the Bradford Bulls player, I think. Yes, it certainly was. Eyes like the proverbial you-know-what. Tamani's remonstrating. Well, the referee's going over. I mean, who's refereeing this game, Mr. Cummins? Come on, let's get a grip. He doesn't know what's going on either. He said it's gone directly dead. Management decision. Penalty to Bradford from the halfway line. You're as well doing the pools, aren't you? Any 8 from 10. It's a better bet than that. Well, we've had a look at the replay and we reckon that Tamani's touched it. So there you are. Who's codding who? But there it goes. We can't do anything about it. The referee, he'd judged. He went over to the touch judge after Tamani had asked him to go over to the touch judge. Obviously we've got 4 officials in black. 2 touch judges, the referee and Tamani on the wing. Purely facetious remark, nothing malicious, just a little bit of friendly micron banter. But Bradford, yes, all letters courtesy of Phil Oakes at Micron. But Bradford man injured. The referee stops play. Let's get on with the serious part. Only joking there. We used to give that remark about Ellery Hanley because he always refereed the match, didn't he? 38-16 the score. 15 minutes remaining. and the Bradford man doesn't look in a well state. Robbie Paul, to be quite honest, he's not injected himself as much in this game as I expected he would do. Maybe it's a quiet game. Maybe Saints have, they've marked him well. They may have took a lot of precautions against Henry Paul, and it's the other players against Robbie Paul, I do beg your pardon, and it's the other players that have been causing the damage. An excellent player there, Robbie Paul, a leader, a real excellent player, class act. 10% commission to my agent for that. Right, Bradford have the possession. Medley. Fogarty and McVie come in. It's Fogarty that holds him down. Getting a bit cool here at Odsal. Knox, the man in possession. Good running from Laws. He's had quite a quiet game, Laws, from what he usually does. But he's powering his way forward. He's backing into the Saints defence. Well, he's lost possession there. He just threw it away. Oh, it must be the turnover. If it wasn't, it is now, as Newlove comes away with it. Good tackle by Knox. Cunningham slips it inside to Danny Arnold. Laws again round the top, Medley round the legs. And Saints once again vary the play, change the direction. It's now with Derek McVie, bounces off the tacklers, slips it back in. Good ball by Cunningham. Cunningham in acres of space. The Saints are running up with him. Can they support him? He slips it out. Good work by Andy Haig. Great work by McVie and Cunningham. Now Saints within a strike. Perolini. 15 metres short. Perolini gives the ball out. Bradford come away with it. It's now with Scales. Prescott comes in. Great tackle by Prescott. Try saving tackle there. Perolini up at the bottom end. He was looking to squeeze it out, and he only squares it out to a Bradford player. And great work by Scales as he came down, but what a tackle by Prescott. I mean, he's a big man, this Scales. He's about 16.5 stone. And he came down, Prescott measured him and bounced him over the whitewash. 38-16 the score. Bradford will be back to the full complement now. Obviously Bradley on after 10 minutes in the sin bin. Once again, good running there. Andy Haig. Looks like a little high one off Spruce. Callan took it down. Saints go without the ball. McVie picked it up and was clattered for his... And he's just having a little friendly eye-to-eye contact. I've had a look at you, Derek says. I've got your number down, my friend. As the Bradford player came in with a shoulder charge. Stuart Cummins says we'll have none of that. He's just calming it down, as he should do. It's one of them things, obviously playing to the whistle. It makes you wonder the heat of the moment whether these players can hear the whistle. Obviously they're that fired up at the game. But time running out for the Saints now. 12 minutes remaining. Both teams down to 12 players, 2 sent off. Furbank and Gibbs. Bradley has had 10 minutes in the sin bin, and the Bulls lead by 38 points to 16. Saints lead by 16 points to 4 in the second half. But obviously the 34-0 that was at half-time, it's a bit of an uphill battle, isn't it? Well, a knock-on, bad play there. Tomlinson, the man that got the ball before from Perolini, went down the wing. A terrible ball there out of the base of the scrum. Relieved the pressure from the Saints. Put it back on Bradford. Scrum down again, just inside the Saints half. Saints head and feed. Well, Derek McVie going to be spoken to, is it? He's calling somebody over, McVie and McNamara. Little bit of bad blood. Captains wanted. Stuart Cummins is having no poncing about. Little bit of verbals and a little bit of friendly banter. So here's Derek McVie says, "Good day, Steve. How you doing, mate?" He said, "Just watch it. Keep it calm," Stuart Cummins says. Let's hope the game doesn't flare up. Newlove, drop-off ball to Alan Hunt. Spruce in with the tackle. Hammond, now to Fogarty. Strong runner. Once again, Laws is in. Cunningham from dummy half. The Terminator, Perolini. Looking for runners again. Slips it back. Saints keep it going. Cunningham, can he go in for the hat-trick? Haig lining the side out as Cunningham's mauled a bit. The Bulls move up quickly. Saints try and spread it. McAtee puts it to earth. Dear me. See the grimace on John McAtee's face. He knows just as the Saints were building up to a possible attack in the Bradford 20. The ball goes down to earth. Bradford will have head and feed. 10 minutes remaining of the game. And the Bulls still in the lead by 38 points to 16. Tamani. Excellent wingman, this fella. He only knows one way, doesn't he? Comes in, drives it in. Now with Tomlinson. Newlove quickly. Tomlinson cabbages. The ball knocked forward. Saints get possession. Pushing at the play of the ball. Well, I don't know. Bit of 50-50 there. They've got away with it before. The referee's not bothered. There's been some terrible play of the balls, but he decided there to take action on this occasion. Saints going down, I think, to the second defeat. The Pie Eaters are playing cast tonight. Last score we had was 16-10 in favour of the Wiganers. Who knows? Can Castleford pull the Saints out of the mire? Wigan are here in a week or so. That looked a little bit of a shady hint of suspicion of obstruction. As Laws unloads it to Spruce. Spruce loses it. Saints can't capitalise on it. Bradford go in there. They're claiming that the ball was reaped out. You'd expect them to, wouldn't you? They've had everything else. Why shouldn't they have that? McAtee to feed. The Bulls will push. The ball's clear of the scrum. Andy Haig now. Robbie Paul comes in with Paul Loughlin. Joey Hayes on. Exciting player, Joey Hayes. Had umpteen recurrences of a leg injury, but now fully fit. 8 minutes remaining. Derek McVie up into the Bulls' defence. Cunningham knocks it on. Uncharacteristic mistake from Kieran Cunningham, but obviously a lot of pressure. Trying to force the pace now, really. 38-16 the score. And personally, I'll be glad to hear the final hooter. It's been a nightmare for the Saints this evening. One that they'll have to get out of the system. Saints have come close on a few occasions this season to losing. Obviously, apart from the Wigan game, on other occasions. But Bradford have certainly given them a good beating in the first 40. Saints have the lead in the second half, but Bradford still overall. The Saints penalised for offside. They are a harsh decision by referee Cummins. And when it's not going your way, it's not going, is it? Laws gives his side a bit of room. Fogarty comes off. Ian Pickavant's back on for Adam Fogarty, but it's Bradley pressing downfield. Bradford within striking distance of the Saints line, 10 metres short. Well, that certainly looked to him forward. That ball as it went to Knox, but Knox goes over for the try. Very suspicious pass there. The referee shakes his head, I don't know what for. He's given the try. We'll have to have a look at that again on the replay. But Knox comes up with a 4-pointer. There's no like getting the... You've got to get back to Wembley. You've got to wipe that defeat out. Saints had a go against Wigan, 2 goals. Wigan beat Saints on the 2 occasions, especially after the 27-0, then a 13-8. But Bradford are in the lead by 44 points to 16.
And the Bulls try converted by 26. Steve
McNamara converts it, 44-16. And I think this, the attendance here.
10,467. Well done, you Bulls.
Did he say 10,467? I just didn't catch that. But it's a good crowd here, there's no danger. This match day video going straight to the censors after this to be X-certificated. I can't can't see. Only the bravest of people will watch this again. 44-16 the score. Bradford penalised there. 5 minutes to the final hooter. Cunningham. Perolini now. Tomlinson. Laws. Now with Cunningham. McVie driving into the defence. McVie and Loughlin. Short side ploy by Cunningham. Twists out of 2 tackles. Big hit there by Medley. Tomlinson had him round the legs. Cunningham knew he'd been clattered there. That was a good shoulder charge. There's no danger about that. Pickavance back on. Releases it there to Newlove. Newlove in for his second. And once again Medley pushes him away. Good reply. An excellent riposte from Newlove. Well, Bradford, they got it right there. I mean, they're playing a tune for us. That's strange, isn't it? The Saints get 20 up, and Prescott in an ideal position to pop this one over. Prescott looking for his third conversion. Strikes it well. The touch judges like it. Saints 22, Bradford 44. So the Bulls coming up with a great win here. Obviously they was up for it, there was no danger about that. They came out, they battered the Saints early on, they got the points on the board, and that's done the damage, hasn't it? 34-0 at half-time. Saints showing a bit of respectability in the second period, even though they let a try in early on. They come back with good style and scored 16 points without Bradford replying. Knox just got over there, and then, which looked a little dubious, obviously, the forward pass, in my opinion, and then Newlove hitting straight back. The score 44-22, and 2 minutes left. Bradley turning it back to Laws. Perolini, Pickavance, quickly in. Saints will want to get this out of the system. 8 to 9 days now before Saints' next game at Nosey Road against the Halifax Blue Sox. And Bradford put the ball downfield and fine touch. Good long touch finder there. A scrum to be formed 20 metres in from the main stand and 10 metres from the Saints line. Not a lot of yours truly to get excited about this evening. Plenty of you are a Bradford spectator. Great tries from Bradford. Open the Saints' defence. Split them open at regular intervals. Steve Prescott taken down 5 metres short. Carl Hammond trying to make headway. Robbie Paul with the tackle. Loughlin round the top. Joey Hayes looking for a bit of space. Forced into touch. Excellent tackling by Tomlinson and Scales. Good tackling from the Bulls, as it has been all evening. 30 seconds of normal time remaining. And it's certainly getting a little bit chilly here at Oddsville. Medley adjudged the sponsors man of the match. Had an excellent game from the from the bench. Only came on in the 27th minute, did Medley. And then had another spell off and came back on again. But Bradford doing the business, still trying to get further points. The Saints have competed in the second 40, but it was all one-way traffic. Lovely drop ball to Medley from McNamara. Both sides down to 12 men. Gibbs and Furbank sent off. Gibbs in the 33rd, Furbank in the 45th. Once again the Bulls still charging. Spruce onto Tomlinson. Tomlinson trying to wiggle his way through, flicks it back, the ball's knocked forward. That's no try. Forward pass indicated. Maybe the final scrum of the game to be packed down. And the Saints sent home with the tail between the legs this evening, well and truly. Brian Smith's Bradford Bulls have done the business. This will be a great boost for them. They've got the Pie Eaters up here next week. I think it's next Friday anyway, and that's a game that will no doubt be on Sky Television. And the Pie Eaters know they've got something on their hands. Chris Morley, just a loose hand into the ball there, releasing the ball from his hands. The referee did see it. Once again, Saints take it crossfield. Pickermans just lays it back onto Carl Hammond. He gives it to Kieran Cunningham. Cunningham looks for support. Perellini's with him. Perellini, diagonal run again. The Terminator changes direction. Inside to Prescott. Well, that looks suspiciously like an obstruction. The referee has brought them back. Yes, it was crossing. Saints obviously keen to get up the men in support, and Steve Prescott and another player just crossing. Mr. Cummins, eagle-eyed Cummins, spotted it. Pegs the Saints for the penalty. And Paul Loughlin finds touch. 2 minutes of stoppage time played. Laws wants to get the ball, the game restarted. Gary Christie there, just bringing the ball back now. It's with McNamara, shoulder to shoulder with Ian Pickervance. Tomlinson, the man in possession, the ex-Batley halfback. Christie coming in for a piece of the action. 3 tacklers. And Christie doing a bit of cabbaging. Come on, you Bulls, as Bradley breaks through. Bradley going for the corner. Prescott's chasing him. Will Bradley win the chase? He does. That's a try. Great try from Bradley. Put into a big space. And right at the death there. Bradley in for the final score of the evening. 48 points at present. The Bulls supporters will really give a big cheer if this goes between the uprights. Oh, it's there. That's a great kick by McNamara. I think that time that Leeds put 50 on Saints, they had half-back sent off and then still wiped the floor with the Saints. But Bradford getting up to 50. Bradford 50. Saints 22. And we've played 4 minutes of stoppage time. The hooter has gone. The final hooter there. Both sides exchanging pleasantries. Well, majority of them, I think. 34-0 at half-time. Bradford opened the scoring in the second half, made it 38-0. Then Saints come back with tries from Newlove, Cunningham, who got 2, and brought the score back to 38-16. We thought we was in with a chance. Knox got a try, McNamara goal, 44-16. Newlove responded straight away, 44-22. But Bradley there, right at the death. Goal by McNamara, brought up the half-century for Bradford. They win here by 50 points to 22. Robbie Paul brought in the crowd. Bradley there again, all the Bradford players going round, and Saints will just want to get it out of it. But the final score here at Oddslow, Bradford 50, Saints 22.